Welcome.
Try that one more
ladies and
time.
gentlemen.
I think that.
Blew the shit.
Yeah, I think that blew the shit.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Wind, Reel, and Print. The Whisper episode. The Whisper episode. The ASMR episode.
Oh God. So sorry, everyone.
Hello, welcome to Wind, Reel, and Print. My name is Kevin.
My name is Ryan.
And we are here, ready as always, to talk about our favorite topic, the one we have been waiting all our lives for.
Yes.
Marxist Animation.
Yes. You knew that was a category, didn't you, listener?
The one thing you didn't know you needed, but always did.
Yeah. I will say, I mentioned this before, but Kevin and I, we have a spreadsheet that we pick all of our films from. Mm-hmm. Kevin fills out a lot more stuff than I do, obviously.
Crazy, wacky ideas.
Yeah, exactly. This is a Kevin category.
Yes.
And even when I first heard it and heard about the movies on it, I was like, is that really Marxist animation? And for those that don't know, like at least the defined understanding of Marxism, that if you heard, audience, that was a dog barking.
Oh, okay.
That's a neighbor's dog. Oh, no. You thought that was a...
I'm just kidding.
I have a lot of questions for you. There's a dog.
Sorry,
nothing we can do about the dog, sadly.
We can old yeller it.
But Marxism is basically a materialist look at the world and understanding.
Creating oppression through...
Yeah. Go for it.
Control of the production and the means of production.
And even just like that people do things for a material reason is like even the most basic version. Sure. Marxism is not communism. That's something just for you to understand.
We can echo this throughout the thing.
Exactly. Yeah. That is a economic understanding when looking at things from this perspective. But what we're looking at is something entirely different. And at first I was like, I don't really know if this fits exactly. Right. But because what we're talking about is class consciousness. And
in these films.
Yeah, in these films, yes.
Yeah.
Class consciousness and also
explain
the
that
action.
for the people.
Class consciousness?
Yeah.
Class consciousness is looking at things from what I think is the correct way of looking at things,
sure.
But knowing that there is a ruling class and a working class, I guess might be the best way to put it. And all of these movies exemplify that, and then follow through, because once you have class consciousness and realize like a lot of the problems and a lot of the things that are happening are because there is this there are these two things that the lower class, what they do is basically feed the ruling class, and the ruling class has to keep the lower class, working class, at just the right amount of fine and working, and there's many more of them down there than there are up there. They have to keep them just right and just scared enough.
They have to give them ice cream.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're treats.
Yeah.
What do they call? What was in Roman times? It was like basically that's where the Colosseum came from. Bread and roses? No.
Bread and cake, wine or
something like that. Yeah. But basically, like if you keep the people happy, that's what the Colosseum was for. Like keeping the people happy during these times, even when things are bad.
Yeah.
So class consciousness is just looking at things from
that perspective,
which is a Marxist way of looking at things. It's materialist. It's knowing that the ruling class needs a certain amount of things, and the only way they're going to get that is by working the working class.
Sure.
Naturally. That's because that's the only way they can possibly get all of this excess money or whatever. Exactly. Yeah. And so this follows, like a lot of these follow class consciousness. And then the inevitable revolution by the working class, lower class against that upper ruling class.
Sure.
And so I think that that's specifically what all of these are, kind of like class revolution kind of films.
Right.
Is there anything you want to add to any of that?
Yeah.
Off the gate? Yeah.
I mean, I think that's a great introduction to a lot of the theory and ideas behind what we're talking about in these movies. And you kind of bring up emphasizing the materialist standpoint of like Marxism and stuff. And I feel like that was something I didn't think would come through in a lot of these films, but I feel like all of these movies are pointing to like allegories or ideas of consumption.
Yes.
Which to me feels very like a materialist, right? Like in a lot of these movies, the body is the like the resource. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like being fed is like in all of these movies in a lot of ways, like the idea of being eaten.
Yeah.
And emphasizing like our physical reality as the system of oppression.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I found generally surprising. I thought it was just going to be what you're talking about with the class consciousness, but it was interesting to see that like consistent across all these movies.
Yeah, I love that you use the word consumption because that even echoes what we were just talking about, like just feeding the populace.
You use that verb is
like
so
that.
great.
That is the most base form because people always talk about like, you know, you're only a few days out from like really a societal collapse. Like no bread, for example, like just for a week is enough to like cause a revolution.
I mean, the eggs, toilet paper,
exactly. Like it just think about the pandemic. Like how crazy
such a great example
people become.
The mania.
Yeah, like anarchy. To call that anarchy is an insult to anarchism.
Right.
That is something else entirely.
Totally.
And so it's that's interesting how consumption and feeding and all of those things absolutely plays a role in all of these films, and is just interesting how it's part of the theory, and maybe it is like just this really base.
Right.
I mean,
because
that
this
might
is like
be the most
elementary school level like Marxism to be like
these are kids movies.
Yeah, exactly.
And so you're getting the most basic form, and I think I mean maybe that is the most materialist way of looking at things is just food.
Right.
Like it really comes down to that.
Right.
That's the most basic way to look at things.
Yeah. And so.
Cool.
Yeah. Let's talk about it.
We got 3 kids movies.
Yeah. I mean, it is really, it's like something that I don't think has ever been in discussion. But when I look back at a lot of movies that I enjoyed from my childhood, I was like connecting these dots of like, oh, whoa, that is doing the same shit as over here. So to introduce us, right, we have 3 movies: A Bug's Life, Chicken Run, and Robots.
I feel like Robots, maybe some people might not know that one.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a later in the 2000s, Robin Williams and Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, Ewan McGregor's the lead,
Kind of, not as popular, but still I feel like hitting those same sort of like themes and everything. Yeah.
But I think was it Blue Sky that did that? Yeah.
I think so.
So we have 3 different animation studios.
Yes.
Pixar, DreamWorks.
True.
And DreamWorks Aardman. You know, obviously Aardman's the one doing the actual production.
Right.
And then Blue Sky Studios.
Yeah. So that's also an interesting thing, how it's like weirdly consistent across all these different studios and whatever.
Chicken Run being from the UK.
Yeah.
Which has its own relation, obviously much more Marxist than we are in their outlook on things.
Yeah. And that one felt way more.
Oh, that's so that's so clear.
Yeah. Like they were almost leaning into it a lot with the jokes and stuff.
Yeah, because Bug's Life is more Seven Samurai a little bit than
I could see that. Wow.
Than Chicken Run. I mean, it felt very Seven Samurai to me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great comparison.
And even the music is very Western and aviation kind of music. You know, you kind of get these really big sounds, these horns and things.
Sure. Industrial.
Yeah. It definitely had that going for it. Well, I'm happy I did that for you. That's all I do is connect dots. I'm a simple man. All I do is connect dots.
Collecting little.
Yeah. I wonder if we'll live longer by connecting all these dots with movies. You know, they say like crossword puzzles and things. I don't know how
shrooms.
True. Yeah. They say that now.
Well, they say taking psychedelics increases brain pathways, like neural pathways.
And that's what
And that's what creativity is, basically, is like connecting different parts of the brain and creating more associations. And I feel like that's a healthier brain. Just like more brain activity.
I mean, that's the brain I want.
Yeah.
So
that's the brain I want. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Where do you want to go first?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Chicken Run is like a good one.
Let's
just
because
it's so obvious.
Yeah. Chicken Run, just to give like a little pretense, DreamWorks best-selling? Do you call a movie best-selling? No.
Yeah, best-selling.
Yeah, best-selling film. before
box office before Shrek.
Before Shrek. This was their film before Shrek.
Nice.
And it came out 2000. Yeah. Wait, what'd you say?
BS before Shrek.
Oh, one BS.
Sorry.
So it was a big hit in America, and I believe also in the UK. Stars Mel Gibson in not the titular role, but definitely a lead.
A major role.
Yeah.
Johnny
a
Rocket.
major role. Yep. And follows a chicken. What do you call it? It's an egg. Yeah, chicken coop. It's like an egg farm.
It's like an egg.
It's like an egg. Just let me finish my sentence.
I'm sorry.
It's an egg farm. Okay? It's an egg farm. But eventually,
Yes.
the owner of the egg farm decides, you know what is
Isn't that
better than
doing
an
it
egg
for me?
farm?
Yeah.
A chicken farm,
Chicken
which
pot
is
pie.
Yeah, they're going to make chicken pot pies. So it goes from producing eggs, these chickens, to they're now up next on the chopping block to be made into chicken pot pies. And there was always a fear of death that these chickens had if they didn't lay enough eggs.
Right.
And so you can see that, but at least it's a life that can kind of go on. But even from the beginning, the movie starts with trying to escape.
Right.
Like that
The
is
whole
what this
time.
character, they are trying to escape the entire time. So I guess there really is no rest
Right.
for this character, our lead.
And just an aesthetic and then tone, like it feels like a prison camp movie. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So there's that feeling. And we've seen a lot of prison labor camp films, so we can attest to what those things are and stuff like that.
Yeah, it is I hate to say it's a cool interpretation,
Yeah.
but it is
I mean,
an interesting way to put it to look at like a chicken coop and a chicken farm
Right.
in that way.
Totally.
Yeah, no, I definitely resonated with that. I am a vegan.
Right.
And I definitely resonate with oh man, yeah, there's a lot of these similar themes that I think run true
with what
I kind of believe and think.
Yeah, because just that idea of changing the chickens from the worker who's producing the goods to the chickens themselves becoming the goods, I think reflects on our modern society of how we've now become the means of product, our attention, our viewership into social media or whatever. That's the currency now for a lot of companies.
Yeah,
and
our
stuff.
data.
Yeah, us, our activity. You know?
Yeah. Wow. So at a certain point, we got swapped.
Yeah,
into the
we're
chicken pot
now
pie machine.
Chicken pot pies. Yeah, exactly.
Oh God. And there's also another swap to come, which is the Matrix.
Yeah.
Where we're literally in the
Surrogates
pods and
and
we're
shit.
just an energy source. But I don't even
Totally.
think why would they want us even. I don't even know why they'd want truly
Batteries.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think we certainly are as a computer.
We're gonna run out of resources, right?
Well,
For
yeah.
batteries. And
definitely.
Energy.
Yeah.
Energy is such a big topic in a lot of these spaces.
Yeah. And we are a computer in the sense, and tech bros would love for us to just be, there's a very as people that are in the Bay Area, there's a very anti-humanist perspective amongst tech bros
people.
and tech people.
Yeah.
That it's
we're not good enough.
Yeah, exactly. Humans are imperfect.
Yeah.
Which you
need to
can
be
agree with,
fixed.
but there is something absolutely terribly wrong about the ways we're going about.
Nature is imperfect.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You've never seen Tron Legacy, have you?
Nope. Can't say
That's Clue, played by Jeff Bridges. That's his MO. I
see.
And the classic kind of AI thing of just well, you told me to fix everything that's imperfect.
Right.
Well,
That's such a trope. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Thanks, 2001.
2000. Oh yeah. That would have been a better example. But I love Tron Legacy.
Hey, Tron's
so I don't
great
even
too.
care. Yeah.
I think they're redoing it or something.
There's a third movie coming out. Yeah. Tron Ares, starring the best actor in the world,
Leonardo DiCaprio?
Jared Leto.
Oh, nice. Close second.
So yeah, Chicken Run. I love Aardman Animation. To talk about that.
Wallace and
Yeah.
Gromit.
Yep. Love the claymation style.
Yeah,
It's great. Never can have enough of that.
totally.
Yeah, it feels like it's becoming more and like
niche.
Yeah, it's becoming niche. I think it's going to go the way of, I think it's going to become an animation style over like an actual physical mode of production.
I mean, with computer animation, you can do so much
You
more.
can make it look like it is stop motion, even when it isn't. And I think we're going to keep running. We're going to go down that path because it's just a hard thing to do.
I mean, it doesn't have. I mean, I feel like there's such a fatalistic way to look at it that way, but I think with Coraline, they were integrating it a lot more to make the process faster instead of just like, I think the AI way would be like, let's generate this movie in this style. And I think there is a like fucking Flow, you could make an argument as like being a computer generated claymation thing or whatever. Or, you could make a claim like what you're saying, just a fully animated movie made to look like this style.
Yeah.
But I think in Coraline, they would like still do all the claymation stuff, but just like use computer graphics to like expand the capabilities of what they're able to do, decrease, certain timetables, so that it was more efficient and stuff. So but that's Leica, and they have like Phil Knight.
They have what?
Phil Knight money.
Oh, Phil Knight money. Yeah.
He they don't run a profit, and he just like funds them because he likes claymation.
Okay,
movies.
well, thank God for that.
Yeah.
We love good rich folk.
Yeah, exactly.
Talking about Marxist animation.
But I mean, that's just like the nature of art, it seems like, too, of like how artisans are connected to the wealthy class. Just seems like an interesting thing. Throughout history, that's always like a point. Like all artists kind of get funded by rich people. Like that's just at the end of the day, that's what has to happen. You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So
class consciousness.
Class consciousness. I'm trying to bring it back.
Yeah, I mean, to lay it within the format, right? I mean, I guess it's obvious, right? Like the class system within this movie, like the chickens are the
very
working
clear.
class.
Yes.
Yeah, and then the humans are the overlords. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. It's a cool 1-to-1.
Yeah.
It's
like
it feels
very obvious.
Very obvious.
Yeah.
It's a cool one to see, that and I mean, obviously I think to speak on like even Marxism a little bit and how class consciousness and this style of thinking can be applied to prisons. Very much so, where it's obviously usually a poorer lower class and then the overlords, the ruling class that use labor and all of these things and control, and that's a huge part of it. You just don't realize you're in a prison in real life.
Right.
It's just you think you're free. Right. But you're not actually.
It's like the illusion of freedom, yeah.
Exactly, because you have enough treats.
Right.
Certainly more treats than people have in prison. So this has that aspect too, which the other ones do not. Yeah, the other ones, there's no like prison necessarily. Yeah, in that sense. So that was that's an interesting thing. So I think a movie to think about is like that we can connect to is A Man Escaped. Yeah. Obviously that is along these same lines, but
the collectivism.
Yeah, the collectivism. Yeah. And that ends up playing a huge part in these styles of movies. Right. The coming together. Right. All kind of styles and modes of people, and that no matter what, you can bring something to the table, no matter how insane you are, Robin Williams. Or what have you. Everyone has their own unique thing. Bugs Life does that really well.
True, yeah. True.
And everyone brings something special to it. The melting pot theory as well. That kind of applies into this. Yeah. Too.
One thing that I want to bring up, I guess I'll bring it up early. Like, I don't know how this applies to Marxist theory at all, but one thing that I did see in all these films is like this idea of a faux hero or like a symbolic savior, like this idea that we need someone to come in and like invigorate this class uprising or this collective uprising, right? So in Bugs Life, it's the clown people, the circus bugs,
the clown people.
sorry.
No, I love that.
And then in Chicken Run, it's also a circus figure, the Johnny Rocket.
It's a really good
chicken.
point. Yeah.
And then in Robots, it's the inventor dude,
Big Weld.
yeah. And they're throughout the film, they're always positioned as this person, as people that can save them and can inspire being saved. But at the end of the day, they're actually not that figure that they're upheld as for whatever reason. Oh. And it's always
wow, you're so well. Go on.
It always ends up being like a symbol for your own sort of like motivation to do these things, right? Yeah. Like no one's gonna save you. You have to like take your own participation into this thing.
Dang, there is a movie that I'm trying desperately to remember that has like a. I feel like we watched it recently. At some point, but it Angels in the Outfield.
Dude, I was literally gonna say that shit.
Nice. That's exactly that, where it's like, you think
like this is gonna be the thing that saves you, but then you have to do it yourself.
You have to do it yourself. Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know. I'm curious what that means, or like I'm like how that attaches to these things, or what these movies are trying to say, because it feels like every single one of these does that.
That is interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, obviously it's a great lesson for kids.
Sure. Yeah,
is one of those things where it's like you do have it in you.
Yeah, the agency, right?
And especially as a kid, you are looking up to people always.
Sure.
And it's hard to peel away and feel like you can do things on your own, because I mean that's how you're raised. You're raised as a little baby.
Sure,
and you need help. That's what humans do. So that obviously pulling from just a really humanistic little gem seed right there, and then building out from that. In terms of like laying it on with Marxism,
that's the biggest question to me, right? Because like for my interpretation is like this feels very like hero's journey, like that feels like a hero's journey element, like this type of character figure. And so to like slip that into like a Marxist movie just feels very interesting to me. Like I get the kids thing, right? That seems obvious, but then like from a philosophical standpoint, or like for whatever, like from a Marxist theory standpoint, like what does that mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think it's great you point that out. I mean, that is that is certainly class consciousness. Because it's knowing it's for one, it's knowing your worth. And two, it's knowing that there's many more of you than there are of them.
Oh, yeah, totally.
And that you have it within you to make a change, to revolt.
Dang.
Like, you don't have to live this way. You don't have to be scared. You don't have to feel like you have to be handheld to do things.
Oh,
there you go.
That's fucking, that was it. Dude.
Yeah. That's such a good point. Every movie had that.
Right?
That mistaken hero.
Right.
I guess.
Yeah. Like, whatever that.
Yeah, I don't know the word for it, but yeah. That's
but just like they are a hero, but end up not being the person that you think they are.
Yes,
and then you're like, holy shit.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, because it definitely makes me think of that scene in Bug's Life where Hopper is like doing that little speech about like there's more of them than there is of us, and we need to instill fear to control them. Yeah, like this is a way of life.
It's not even about the food.
Yeah,
we got plenty of food, and everyone's being like, "Why do we have to go back?" And he's like, "It has nothing to do with that. It's about keeping them in line."
Yeah, it's the system.
Yeah. It's funny. It feels like Bug's Life was the they all brought something different and unique
to this idea.
Sure, obviously, Chicken Run is the most literal and is more prison breaky than anything.
Right.
Bug's Life brings the I guess the oppression in the workforce and in the workplace sort of thing, and what it means to really, it's interesting. And then like Robots is
the body.
Yeah, is the body, and how consumption and the treats, and all of these things, and
like you become the treat.
Yeah, exactly, and how you are worthless,
right?
Because I don't even think any of them. I mean, I guess you could say Chicken Run, they're not even worthless because they could be made into things, but robots is you're worthless.
Right.
And, there is definitely a making you into
Bugs
something.
Life. He's like, you are lower than dirt.
That is his big line. Yeah. Great line. It really works.
Especially when they're underground.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's great. Yeah, it's like perfect. Yeah. It's like that movie was so full of gags.
Yeah,
like
totally.
It's just like it's so great how many funny little things. Like it is jam packed with goodies.
Yeah. Both robots too. Like it was just so funny.
Yeah.
It's like screwball-y.
Yeah. I mean,
definitely Bugs Life.
Yeah.
Had that screwball.
Yeah. Robots leaned into like goofy a little bit more. It had like
more
fart
slapstick.
jokes. Slapstick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was more slapstick.
For sure.
Yeah, screwball.
Because Robin Williams.
Yeah, of course. They
do so
knew
much with that.
Yeah, they knew exactly what they were going for and what they wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're kind of jumping all over.
Yeah, I mean, it seems fitting, right? Because we're kind of connecting these dots as a theory.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people know about these movies and stuff. But I guess to harp on robots a little more.
Yeah.
Because that is the least known.
Yeah.
Like, what are your thoughts on that?
So robots for me.
Yeah.
I do remember watching it a lot growing up. It was strange. Obviously, out of all the three, it feels
the least.
The least, I guess, might be Chicken Run feels kind of legendary a little bit, at least for growing up with me, and Bugs Life too.
Sure, yeah.
I'm trying to think. I had never really thought about it this much.
Sure, like put too much thought into it. Yeah. It is such a throwaway movie.
Yeah. But it really does. It leans into this topic perfectly well.
Yeah.
And much more into the consumption angle of it. Like this is literally about purchasing things to replace your body.
Right.
And it's not about they're literally getting rid of replacement parts.
Yeah.
And now having just replacements.
Yeah. And I thought it was really interesting how the robots who don't confide to that, they become they get recycled into the replacements.
Yeah.
So this whole idea of like you have to do this, but then this is also part of you. Just such an interesting metaphor to like our society.
Oh
and
my
stuff
God,
that blows my mind.
Yeah,
you know?
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
That's what AI is to me. Because here's the thing: we're just trying to pretend.
It's great.
It's trying to pretend to be a human.
Yeah.
And eventually, it's just going to replace the humans.
Yeah.
And then.
It's like, what the fuck is the point?
It's like Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook are putting AI into all of these apps that they have.
Right.
And so there will be AI pages, there will be AI chatbots.
Yeah.
There will be all of these
There's already
things.
profiles that are just fully generated AI people.
So AI is going to be doing things for AI and advertising to AI to do like
interacting.
At a certain point, it's like and it really is that anti-humanist perspective that is really coming through.
Damn.
Where they do not. There's just no care for the actual reason and purpose.
Yeah. And this is such a perfect movie to explore all that stuff.
It really is. It feels very relevant in that way.
For sure. Just in terms of the ideas, right? Because this movie is quite kooky.
Oh, it's so good. It's got
so
fart
weird.
jokes, and it is the most like Despicable Me of all of the movies. Like it's like really lowest common denominator,
right?
You know,
Cat in the Hat level.
Yeah. Well, Cat
in the Hat's elevated.
Cat in the Hat, I would say, is elevated. Yes.
Thanks.
No, I'm so Cat in the Hat pilled. Absolutely.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, robots is like for me similar. It's like. Watched it a lot as a kid, but didn't think twice about it. But upon rewatching it as an older person, was like, "Hey, there's something going on here with what it's presenting," and I think that's super interesting.
Yeah, I wonder
sneak that in, you know,
how much robots influenced us growing up. That's an interesting
the subconscious messaging, you know, that we're getting from these films. It's like it must have hit somehow because I'm like still connecting with this stuff. Yeah,
but then it's also like. The people making it still don't even know what they're making. Yeah, exactly. They don't know. They're just like, oh yeah, that makes sense in a movie,
right?
You know, because like all of these places still have exploitation. Like they exploit their workers. I bet we can point to each one of them and be like, okay, there is serious issues at every single one of these, and so it's not
like
even
within the studios. You're saying,
yeah, within the studios,
right? Yeah.
So there's something right there. That's an interesting
irony.
thing. Is like. filmmaking is an irony.
Yeah.
Because there is obviously every film is like a dictatorship in most cases.
Sure.
And that,
especially in the auteur space.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there is something that is like, if you watch a movie about like the human condition, for example,
Mm-hmm.
and then you like, I don't know what it was like on set or anything like that,
Right.
but it could absolutely be the antithesis of
what the movie is.
Yeah. Like, and there are plenty of movies that are like that, where it was like, oh, that was awful. Cat in the Hat.
Yeah. Cat in the Hat.
Awful.
Like, goes against the very essence of what the movie is supposed to be.
And then we eventually watch it, and now we interpret it as something different. And
Right.
there's something always interesting about, it's like separating the art from the artist.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Woody Allen is a piece of shit.
Right.
But
his movies are amazing.
yeah, exactly. Like Annie Hall is great.
Greatest movie
all
ever.
of these things exist at the same time.
Right.
It's an interesting thing that
Yeah.
that the bad can create these really interesting
Right.
things, and it's not always going to be like that or whatever. You can still do it with good things.
Right. Yeah, because it begs the question of like, how aware are the creators when they're making these things in terms of like what they're saying and like what they're putting in?
Yeah,
I would say I would agree with what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like they don't know what the fuck.
Yeah.
I feel like they wouldn't describe these movies as what we're describing it as,
Yeah.
right? They just think they're making a good movie. Also, as a tangential thing, just open-ended question.
Yeah.
Like, is Hero's journey inherently Marxist? Or is that applying, Marxist theory to story? I don't know. Just a question, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah, yeah.
like they have to be landing here somehow using something. And to me, it's Hero's journey. I feel like when you
Definitely.
look at a lot of these narrative mechanisms, you see a lot of similarities within like Hero's journey narrative structure. So then it's like, here's
a question. Here's a question. And I mean, I'm not like, so obviously Hero's journey is like the first thing you learn in screenwriting.
Joseph Campbell.
Yeah. Thousand Faces. What's the
Hero with a Thousand
Hero
Faces.
with a Thousand Faces. What is the hero's journey's outlook on like oppression, or like who's the villain in a hero's journey?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I need to. This is definitely something I need to look more into.
Yeah,
like,
this is what that. Yeah.
Where does like the genesis of Hero's journey? Like, what is it? What are the influences it's taking from?
Yeah.
That's like generating these things. Like, obviously, like mythology and story and whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm curious because I feel like, like what in Hero's journey, who is the hero and like what position are these things?
Yeah.
It begs the question of
But-
like just
I
like
mean,
how these things work.
Everything is Marxism, right?
Sure,
I mean,
yeah.
it's a lens you look at. So I have no doubt that we can make Hero's Journey Marxist,
Right.
Because it is just a
like
materialist.
applying that lens into
Exactly.
the
Like
thing,
I think that's what that kind of is what it is. Like Hero's
Yeah.
Journey is just like a fact in some ways.
Sure. Is it
but-
like square and rectangle?
Yeah,
Maybe.
it kind of feels like that.
Yeah,
Like, because I mean, obviously, Hero's Journey, you could say there's a lot of materialist reasons characters do what they
Sure.
do in it,
Yeah,
and that is that's just the fuel for story.
Right.
And
And I feel like you always are like, there's like an inherent like me against the world sort of positioning within a Hero's journey thing where like a lot of the times the main protagonist is of lower class. You know what I mean?
Yeah, in most cases, I would say. Yeah.
And they have to build up to the next level sort of a deal. It just feels like it almost kind of comes into play a lot just with how you build out the characters and then the world around them and stuff. Like they have to be going up against all odds, that's generally an oppressive system, I don't know. I'm just totally like
you're free balling right now. You're riding it.
Because I don't know. I mean, a lot of these things are just coming as they come. Because it's like interesting that like we have this here.
Yeah, because the hero's journey makes sense,
right?
And you can connect it to a lot of things, and I agree with it as like the as the basis of story. Like
Right.
it's
how we understand through act structure and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
yeah. I think we'll have to do that's an episode in the future.
Yeah.
Is a hero's journey.
Hero's journey.
Hero's journey.
In our film theory discussion.
Kevin, you hear that? Boop. That's what it sounds like when something's added to the list. Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how long has this been?
30 minutes?
Yeah, that's
a little
solid.
over. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because like there's not much else.
Exactly. Like these movies are great.
Summarize us.
Yeah, I enjoy them all as like as an exercise to kind of go back and watch these movies. I hadn't seen them in a long time, so as an exercise, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, so look at them in a different light.
Exactly, and you kind of especially if my political feelings, like.
Right.
I think these movies do really resonate and had resonated with me.
Sure.
And felt very true. And a lot of movies, I think Bug's Life does, like when I compare it to Seven Samurai, I wouldn't say necessarily Seven Samurai is trying to be
Marxist.
like a class conscious Marxist film.
Right.
Well, it could be Marxist.
You could make
absolutely, because it is literally about food and people coming to take their grain and everything like that.
And
I mean, that's the
class
most basic thing. Yeah,
confrontation.
Yeah, class confrontation. You think?
I mean,
definitely when they go to the city, there is like you are poor losers basically.
Definitely in that era of Japan, there's like based on your occupation, you are of this sort of level.
Yeah, and there's no changing that.
Yeah,
and it is. There's so much shame involved.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess.
The honor and shame.
Oh my God, we're going to keep running into this, aren't we?
Yeah, I love that Seven Samurai comparison.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Like the circus comes to town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm happy you found all these three to put together because I think they all, I think we will run into these same things in so many different things. And it's cool to see it as like close to the surface as possible and like shallow water. We're looking at these theories.
Yeah, it's like an easy way to like entry level discuss these things because obviously everything that we talked about is evident in almost everything that we've talked about already.
Yes.
Like we've brought up a lot of stuff, in the episode.
Yeah.
So it was just cool. I thought it was like, oh, this will be an easy conversation, right?
Yeah.
Because you're really into Marxist theory and, I feel like animation is something we haven't really discussed.
Yeah.
So it's cool. I like this conversation.
It was good. It felt right.
Yeah. This is like the film theory shit, something you write an essay about.
Yeah.
Because it's just like a different way of looking at film.
Oh, this is totally film essay worthy for sure. Yeah. Yeah, because we are. I'd be curious if there's even a Wikipedia page
on this
specifically and connecting these dots right away. So no,
because it's definitely not like a movement, right? Like there's not like a lot of people doing this, and animation is so like hard to produce a lot of, so it'd be tough to even like. I mean, I couldn't even think of a fourth film to like put into.
I certainly can. Yeah, I think I mentioned earlier, but pre-episode, like, there's probably some Japanese animation. There probably are some animations from international.
I mean, you could look at Ghibli maybe, and like Princess Mononoke maybe is like you could maybe slide that in there.
You definitely could. Yeah, you definitely could.
Means of production, overlords.
Oh, that's so much. Oh, I love
industriousness.
Oh my God. Yeah, that
prison
is
camp shit.
Yeah, that's the evolution of these movies.
Right.
Is Princess Mononoke.
Yeah, that's like the
that's God mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna go all the
you
fuck
turn
out.
on the cheats in the video game for this one, and you are fucking oh my God.
Yeah, that is maybe like the perfect example of like what it could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it feels like
this is very westernized, right?
Yeah, and it feels like it can like some movies, I hate to say like transcend it, but they take this and it's so much more than that.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we're getting at.
Yeah, Marxist theory is such a small sliver of Princess Mononoke. It's doing so much more with like modernism and like war and spirituality.
Because I think if you look at feudal era Japan, if you look at anything, there is oppression. And there is all of these things.
It's just way more evident, right? The separation of class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
the gun is smoking.
Yeah.
This is what we live for.
I know. I'm going to take a nap after this.
I know, that was a lot.
Well,
I have to
thanks,
smoke
folks.
a fat dude.
Yes. Up next, well, I'm not sure how the schedule is going to work, but we're about to record the Stoner episode. And that will require a little lubrication of the mind.
Talk about Marxist.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess talk about that on the next one.
Yeah.
All right, right on, folks.
All right. Thanks for sticking around.
We'll see you next time.
Wink.
That's right. Bye. Wind Reel and Print is a podcast by Salad Brain Productions. You can find us online on Instagram at Wind Reel and Print Pod. You can also find us wherever you get your podcasts. And please, if you like the show, leave a rating and review. We'll see you next time.